Hey, what's shaking, everybody? It's GK, and I'm here with some Topps triple thread. These happen to be from 2013 triple threads, a couple different variations. We've got the parallel out of 320. We got the non-numbered base, and we got a numbered parallel out of 99. Now, the thing about triple threads is it was a brand I was interested in because, man, you know, they have some good looking cards. Like if I look at that, man, that's an aesthetically pleasing card. I liked them. I had picked up some in some lots in the past, and I believe these are 2015. Yeah, 2015. 2015, and they were numbered. They were real nice. I sold several of them, both as singles and as parts of bulk purchases. And I'd kept these two just because of the players. But over the last couple of weeks, I started noticing them again and seeing them in some lots that looked to be pretty intriguing. So I went in and I bought some, and these are just a few of the ones that I bought. I purchased, when it all comes down to it, I bought 3 different sets of these Topps triple threads, 2010, 2013, and I believe and then a mixed lot of whatever. Anyways, on those 3 lots, a total came out to about 63 cards. And the cost and then so I did a cost average between those 2 purchases, or 3 purchases, and it really came out to about 63 cents per card is what I was paying, you know. And the first ones I bought, the first lot I bought was like, I think they were 22 cents per card. The next one I bought, I think the cards were like at $1.28 or something. And, you know, that was kind of interesting. So I averaged it out. And then I ended up buying this single. And I don't really know how I came across it. But I'm glad I did buy it. You know, it's one of those things, I just put a bid down. It ended up being the winning bid, so I had to pay. So I paid for it. And I think this is the emerald green. You know, after I was doing a little bit more research, that's the emerald. And so I paid like $2 for this overall, or no, probably $3. What's it? Deion Sanders? No, $2.18 when it was all said and done. So I paid $2.18 for it, and believe it or not, it came shipped to me just like this in a top loader. And one of my concerns with these cards is because they are thick. I've got them listed as a 35-point card. Man, how will they withstand envelope shipping? That was the big thing. Luckily, I bought this guy. It came in just an envelope. 75-point top loader, and the card inside, it had like some legal pad scotch taped over the top of it, whatever, just to hold it in. But like literally, that's all that was in the envelope, and it came back fine. I didn't see any kind of residual damage, you know, from what the post office could have caused or whatever. So then that kind of gave me the go ahead of like, hey, let's get these to market. And what I did is I kind of slid out the Hall of Famers and numbered that we went through earlier. I separated those, and I figured I'd list those as singles. The rest of them I put with the dollar into the dollar bins just to bolster them. And the reason why is because just that photography. You know, like you could make that like an introductory picture to a team listing. Like if I was going to make a Rams listing, use that as your introductory picture. It'd be hard not to click off of it. And when I say that, like, here's kind of what the card looks like. So if I look at that Jerry Rice, man, you know, if I'm a buyer and I'm scrolling through there and I see a card come up like that and flash, you know, that might be an interesting buy. And then once I see that it's numbered, here's the price point. I mean, gosh, $1. I can get it for under $2, around 50 cents shipping. You know, why not go for it? You know, so I thought, man, this could be an interesting value proposition study. You know, like, okay, so if I put the value proposition at $1.82, you know, so I'm into these guys for 63 cents. You know, once I add everything together, total number of cards, total dollars spent, 63 cents a card. And how I looked at it, you know, on my notebook here, I was like, well, hey, 3X is $1.89. I could go with $1.89, but then what that might do is push the buyer over $2.50. And maybe there's a lot of buyers that like this card at $2, but they don't like it at $2.50. And so that's what I kind of had to think about for all of these cards. Now, sure, I could go and I could put this Jerry Rice up and I could say, hey, give me $3. I might even charge shipping, because a lot of sold comps were at the $3 plus shipping. That's a $6 transaction right there, you know. So if I can offer the same alternative at a lower cost, delivered quicker, at the same or better quality, then man, we're offering a better value proposition. And then it allows us to really get in and study some numbers. And one of the things that I wanted to look at with this set was like inventory turnover, you know. And inventory turnover would be, we bought these cards, now how long did it take to sell? Well, for these 3 cards, we received them in the mail within the last week. Some of the processes have improved. These cards were on the market for less than 12 hours. So on an individual basis, you know, that's a hell of a good inventory turnover, and it helps our numbers. So over 30 days, we'll see how many of those we sell at that price point, and then we'll know if Topps triple threads of various years, what their performance might be for future buys. So then that way we can make an educated decision on something, you know, to buy. And that's kind of a buying strategy that turns into a selling strategy that also opens the door for like some of the photographic improvements. Like I didn't photo box these, but I think I will. I've got to mail these guys out, but I think I'll photo box some of them and do a comparison between that. And then this is the Kronocard scan. I am a big fan of these Kronocard scans. I can't help but think that the scan had a lot to do with the quick sale, you know, for all of them. And I think, and we'll see how this breaks down. And I'll get that information out to you once it's available. But thanks for tuning in and listening to a strategy that we're kind of checking out, and hope you follow along, and kind of maybe it'll open the door for some other brands or card years, card types that you might be exploring for sales or other opportunities within the hobby. So as always, thanks again for your time. We'll be back when we're back. We don't know when that is, but we'll be glad to see you there.